Friday morning officially started the 119th Congress of the United States. 9 new senators and 63 new representatives were officially sworn in. Of the congressmen who were officially serving, Maxwell Frost is the youngest at the age of 27, and Chuck Grassley is the oldest at the age of 91. Mike Johnson, backed by Trump, was officially reelected as Speaker of the House by a vote of 218 to 215 to 1. His opponent, Hakeem Jeffries, officially congratulated him and called on House Democrats to show bipartisanship to help the American people.
This is a new Congress. The American people need us as their elected representatives in this season to put down our partisan swords and pick up bipartisan plowshares.
The one objection came from Representative Thomas Massie of Kentucky, who instead casted his vote for Representative Tom Emmer of Minnesota.
Massie.
Tom Emmer.
Emmer.
When asked about his objection, Representative Massie said that Mike Johnson had sold him out.
Well, first of all, I take that term contrarian as a term of endearment here in the swamp. Who wants to be going along with what's going along here? Matt, I don't know. I don't know if Mike Johnson makes it tomorrow. I am the one hell no. You know, they say there's up to 5 or 6 who may be voting no. You can count on me to be a no. And that, I feel very justified in this. Mike Johnson sold us out over the last year. You know, you served with him like I did on the Judiciary Committee, where he was once for stopping the unconstitutional spying on Americans by the FBI and other agencies. But when he became Speaker, he decided to be the deciding vote to reauthorize that spy program without requiring a warrant. He architected the spending bill so that there was basically no way to pass a spending bill without sending at least $60 billion to Ukraine. And then he stopped work on the individual bills and did a giant omnibus. When Marjorie and I called the question on him, he worked with Democrats to remain Speaker. And so that, and finally, let's add the debacle that happened here right before Christmas, where Mike went off and wrote a 1,500-page bill with the Democrats. I don't even know if he consulted Donald Trump on this, because all of us were surprised.
Although Representative Matt Gaetz was reelected, he ended up resigning due to the Ethics Committee report. The report concluded that he had violated Florida state laws, including those prohibiting statutory rape, procurement of prostitution, and illicit drug use.
The clerk is in receipt of a letter from the Honorable Matt Gaetz of the state of Florida, indicating that he will not serve in the House in the 119th Congress. Without objection, the letters relating to his resignation will be printed in the record.
After all the members have been sworn in, they then argued over a rules package.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to first start by congratulating you and our fellow colleagues for taking the oath of office today. This marks a new opportunity for us as Democrats and Republicans to work together on behalf of the American people. Mr. Speaker, I rise in support of the amendment to the current rules package to include the Lowering Drug Costs for American Families Act, which would bring down the cost of prescription drugs for all Americans. Mr. Speaker, prescription drugs are too expensive. To quote President-elect Trump from January of 2017, when speaking about the pharmaceutical drug companies, he said, "These guys are getting away with murder." He supported, as does the Lowering Drug Costs for American Families, drug price negotiations in order to save money for American working families. This should not be a Republican or Democratic issue. In fact, it should be the first thing in this Congress that unites us together to solve problems for the American people. This amendment is a common sense proposal. It would make life-saving drugs more affordable for Americans on private health insurance, and it saves taxpayers money. In its first year, the Medicare drug price negotiation program, passed under the Biden administration and the Democratic majority, will save, as part of the IRA, Medicare $6 billion and the American people $1.5 billion more. In fact, CBO has predicted that the Medicare drug price negotiations under the IRA will save $100 billion over 10 years. DOGE should love this program. Now, this new amendment would expand the Medicare negotiated drug prices to include the private sector as well, saving the American people billions of dollars. This initiative is overwhelmingly popular among the American people. 85% of voters support the federal government negotiating prescription drug prices, including at least 3/4 of Republicans. My fellow Democrats and I are ready to work across the aisle on many solutions to lower health costs for Americans.
With this new Congress, it'll be really hard to tell what they'll be able to do. Will they continue to fight? Will they continue to talk shit about each other? Or will they put aside their differences and help the American people? Only time will tell, really. But hopefully they do the right thing and serve the people instead of the corporate lobbyists.